Good evening, guys. I am Tracy Joe Rose, not Kelsey. Y'all should know that on here, but in case you're watching the recording, you're like, who is that? That's not Kelsey. Um, it's Tracy Joe Rose, and I am here to bring some tips. And I'm kind of struggling because Taylor nailed it last week, and she hit every bomb ass tip there could possibly be last week. So if you missed that recording, um, I'll try and share it in the chat or it's on our team pages, but go back and watch it because I'm still rewatching it for tips and using them. So Janie and I are here to, people coming in, are here to share some tips that we have for you, kind of pulling off of what Tay said and kind of reiterating on a lot of it. And try to give you a different perspective at things because we know that we say the same things all the time, but really we do because they're important. Somebody said they couldn't hear. Are you connected to audio? Everybody else can hear me? Okay. So that's what we're here for tonight, is to kind of just breathe some life into you guys. And bear with me because I am a hot mess express tonight. You guys got a clean shirt and a glass of wine with me tonight because I had a mud fight that wasn't planned. And that's the glory of this business. When your schedule gets rearranged on you, you can, you're flexible. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is something I keep hearing a lot with a lot of distributors, new and old, is that they just feel like they're not getting anywhere on their posts and things like that. And so I really want to talk about why you may not be and what you need to be doing to get that. Because I'll be honest with you guys, last week I didn't get an order at all week long. I was like, what in the hell is going on? I put up a hat post, nothing. I was getting nothing. Everybody else was blowing it. I was getting nothing. And I'm like, what is going on? But I stayed consistent every day, showed up every day, just like I always do, talking in life into everything. I'm using the products, I'm talking about it, I'm sharing results. I stayed consistent regardless all week long. And I brought in 6 orders within 2 days on Friday and Saturday. Not on Sunday, fun day, but on Friday and Saturday. And that's how it works, you guys. That is exactly how this business works. You are not going to get orders every day. You're not going to get bomb likes and comments on your posts every day. And I want to just reiterate that to you guys. Think about the job that you have right now. I know when I was a nurse, I didn't go to work every day and expect it to be rainbows and unicorns every day. It wasn't possible. I went in expecting it to be a shit show, and it usually was. And if I had a good day, man, I was rocking it. If I had a bad day, I had to get back up and go back at it again the next day. But I didn't quit being a nurse because I had a bad day. This business is no different. This business is absolutely no different. There are going to be ups and downs. So I just want you guys to know that. But you're going to see results and you're going to have the orders pour in only. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to let people in as I'm talking. It distracts me. Is if you stay consistent. And I get it. Life's busy. I work 3 businesses and I'm not working a 9-to-5 job. I'm a little more flexible. I know you guys, a lot of you guys are working 9-to-5 jobs. I get it, but you can still do this business. You absolutely can. And that's what Janie and I are gonna help you with tonight. But what I want you guys to know is staying consistent with your business. We're going to show you some tips on how you can have your posts ready and the things that you need to focus on when you're standing in line at Walmart or when you're waiting to pick your kids up at school. I sent out 20 follow-ups while I was waiting on my niece to get out of school. You're sitting there in traffic, do it. So the first thing I want to share is staying consistent, and you've got to be growing your market. So if you are, so let's just start from the beginning. If you've been putting up posts and you haven't been getting any likes or comments, make sure it's public first off. make sure that your comment settings are public. A lot of people have, I go to boost posts and I can't comment on them because we're not friends, and their settings are set to only friends can comment. If you release that and change that, that is going to boost your algorithm, because then Facebook goes, oh, they want people to comment on their posts. So let's put it out there. So big, have somebody that's not a friend of yours go check your post and make sure that they can comment on it. Um, the second thing is you've got to be growing your market. People are going to be watching your posts. It doesn't mean that they're not seeing them or not, it's not sinking in with them, but you've got to always be growing your market. And that doesn't mean sending out 5 friends requests and then waiting for them to accept it. Hell no, I don't do that. Send out 15 to 20. Later in the day, send out another 5. Later in the day, another 5. I probably send out a good 60 friend requests a day. I spend more time going in and canceling them, because you always want to cancel those out after they've been in there for a week. So I am constantly growing my market, constantly meeting new people. And when I do that and I get a mass influx of people accepting, my orders like blow up. All of a sudden, I'm getting a bunch of orders. So that's your first tip on getting orders, is be growing your market. Don't just stick to just the same people that are watching your posts. Had a new distributor today. She said, I only know a couple people that drink coffee. She didn't want to put up a coffee post. And I'm like, girl, you don't know who drinks coffee. Do you know everybody on your Facebook? Put it up. It blew up. She got 4 orders within the first hour of putting that post up. And here she thought she only knew a couple people that may be interested. So don't count people out. That's the other thing I want to lead to is, if you're not getting comments or likes on your post, maybe you're posting about the same things over and over again. Maybe that's not what your audience is looking for. So, for example, I post my main products. I'm always promoting weight loss, and nutrition, that kind of thing. And I thought it's kind of quiet, maybe my followers have only, I've killed my little area until my new people start seeing it. Maybe I need to throw something else in there. And I threw up a hair, skin, and nails reel, and it blew up. And I got orders for the hair, skin, and nails upsold at collagen. Think about your audience. Maybe you're posting about the same thing. Have you been posting nothing but coffee posts? Maybe nobody wants coffee, but maybe they would the gummies, or maybe they would the wraps. So try and throw in a different post every once in a while on something else, and talk about it. Now, here's the other thing I want to share, and then I'm probably going to let Janie share some stuff in here. You guys were posting before this business, okay? You should still be posting like you were before the business. The only difference is you're dripping in the products into your post now. So, like, it does you, and I mean, every distributor will tell you differently, but this is what works for me, is I am constantly talking about what I'm using. I'm constantly dripping it into pretty much every post I put up. You're probably going to hear something about the products. Like, go look at my post today. I said, I'm the best friend to have because, and I listed 6 crazy reasons. And I was able to incorporate the carb blockers, my coffee, my smoothie, all of that into this relatable post that everybody commented and laughed on. So you got to be able to drip it in. Another way to drip it in is, man, I've been living in a hat for a week. So one of my favorite posts this week was, I put my hat on, I look like a hot mess. And I said, man, on days like today, I am thankful for that God made hats and this coffee right here, because this coffee and this hat is what's going to get me through this day. That's all you got to say. That is all you got to say. That's what we mean about dripping it in. So if you're posting all week long about talking about whether it's a smoothie, it could be the smoothie, not the coffee. It could be an energy stick, not the coffee. It could be anything. Drip it into your post. Be relatable, because other people are reading those posts. They're going, man, I'm struggling today too. I need that hat and I need that coffee. That's what they're going to be thinking. So then when you do later, like later at night, when you put up that, okay, who wants to lose 30 pounds in 90 days post, or who wants to drink a smoothie in 14 days, go down a pant size, then they're going to go. If you're not posting all that stuff before, then when you do put that post up, they're going to go, smoothie? Like there's a million smoothies out there, guys. There's a million companies that have smoothies. They're going to be like, oh, smoothie, and scroll past. They're not going to be interested. But if they've seen you talking about drinking the smoothie all week long, or making a smoothie bowl, or how you've been switching it out with your lunch, how you didn't have time for lunch, thank God I had the smoothie, it was so quick and easy. Those kind of posts all week long, and not giving a bunch of information on it, but you've been talking about it. Then I throw that post up. Hey, I need 5 reviewers to review this smoothie 14 easy system. They're like, oh, that's that smoothie she's been drinking all week long that she's been talking about. Oh, I do want to try that. Does that make sense? Drop a 1 if that makes sense. So if you're not getting likes on posts, or likes on your posts, go back and look at your Facebook. What have your posts been looking like? Have they all been constant um a coffee post? It fuels the body, it's mental clarity, it's fat burning, blah blah blah, all that boring stuff. Are they all like that, or are you always talking about listing the probiotics and everything in a smoothie, or are you always saying I need reviewers, I need product reviewers, product testers? Look at your posts. If you don't have any like personal lifestyle posts in between those, that's probably why. They have no clue what you've got, or why you're even pushing it. So you've got to be talking about what you're using or what you're excited to use. If you are a new distributor, I had a girl put up a post today. She got her coffee in the mail, got her kit. She drank a cup of coffee. She goes, "Oh, I said, how do you like the coffee? Oh, I love it." I said, "Well, then let's post about it." And she's like, "Well, I want to wait till I see my results." No, you don't want to wait till you see your results. You want, why don't you want to let your friends get results with you? I'd be mad if my friend said, "Nope, you can't have this until I do it for 90 days and get skinny. You got to wait." I'd be mad, wouldn't you? And that's what I told her. And she put the post up. She said, this is a post, you guys. If you're new, put this up. You can say, look, hey, everyone, I was just as skeptical as you were, but I watched my friend Tracey for 4 years drink this coffee and work this business online for 4 years. And I just said, I'm going to try it. So I did, and I'm loving it so far. Who else wants to do this with me? That's the post I had her put up. And she got 4 orders right off the bat. She was like, "Dang, I didn't know anybody else would want to try this." So you've got to be talking about it. You got to be sharing about it, and stay consistent. So if nobody likes your post today, I had to post that nobody even commented or liked or anything on. And I was like, oh God, am I going to not post tomorrow? Am I not going to post later or what? No, you've got to stay consistent, because that one time, maybe it was just the bad timing. Maybe it was the wrong time. That's the other thing, is switch your timings up. Like I like to do before and afters at night when everybody's done ate dinner and they're sitting on the couch feeling like crap. That's when I want to put those before and afters up. You're probably going to hit some pain points on those people, and they're going to be more apt and willing to try it. So don't not post because you don't have any likes or comments. And the same goes for Instagram. So if you're not big on Instagram, or you don't even have an Instagram, or you have one but you don't even know what your password is, you never even like gone on it. Every time you load a lifestyle post, not a product, a lifestyle post on Facebook, I want you to go load it on Instagram and leave it. Don't just leave it. Don't look back, but load it on Instagram too. Because every once in a while, you're going to take 5 or 10 minutes and you're going to work Instagram. Instagram's not my big thing either, but that's what I did. And now I do get orders from there. I load all my stories on there. I always put my lifestyle posts on there. I went from 200 followers to 8,000 followers on there. Not overnight. It happened over a couple years because I kept throwing stuff over there. Eventually, you're going to find your people. So, let's see. I want to touch on it before Janie really gets in there. make sure I hit on anything. The other thing is, so you got to stay consistent with your posting. You got to be talking about who you are, sharing who you are. Go back and evaluate your page, get with your upline and ask them to go and look at your wall and just see what they think. Tell me, give me some constructive criticism. Am I posting correctly? What am I missing? What should I be doing? So have somebody go and critique your Facebook and just see, is it welcoming? Is it inviting? That's going to get people to accept your friend request when you're sending all these out. So the other thing was, I'm not getting anybody accepting my friend's request. Look at your wall. There's a reason. Why aren't they accepting it? Do you have It Works distributor in your bio? Take it out. That's not you. You're Amanda. You're Amber. You're Jess. You're Janie. You're not It Works. You're who you are. You just happen to have some other stuff that you love. And I had a lady said that to me today on my post. She goes, I really like you, but I really can't tell. I don't know what it is that you sell. And I had to laugh. And I thought, oh, because I hate that word sell. And I commented back and I said, girl, I don't sell anything. I share it. I share something I found that I really like, and I share it, and I help people. I help people that want it. That's what I do. I don't sell anything. I'm Tracey. I'm a grandma. I have a farm. I've got grandbabies. Oh, and I drink a lot of coffee, and I use these all natural supplements. Be loud. Forget about what other people think, and be honest. Hey, I'm sharing it. I had a pair of leggings. You liked it. I could probably tell you where I got that too. This business is no different. But if you're not talking about it and sharing it, then they're not going to know. So if you need, like, I get a lot of people say, I have no life, I have nothing to post about. Bullshit. Are you in bed all day? Is that all you do? Are you in bed all day? You're not in bed all day. You go to work, you've got something, you do something. I'm sure you have some kind of life. I'm sure you have some kind of interest. Do you get to do them? Maybe you don't get to do them because you're working too much. Hey, there's a post. Man, I am so tired of working 16-hour shifts. I would love to be able to have where I could just go to the park and write poems or whatever it is that you love to do. And that's why I started this business, because that's what I'm working for. Those are those kind of posts. You have things to talk about. If you absolutely have no life and you sit on the couch all day, I bet you're watching TV. What are you watching? I hashtag Yellowstone and my freaking reel blew up. It wasn't even my reel. It was funny when I seen off TikTok. I saved the video, posted it on my reel, hashtag Yellowstone. Boom. Thousands and thousands and thousands of views and comments on it. Ask, hey, hashtag a movie that you just watched. Ask for Netflix series that people are watching. That will boost your algorithm. That will get people interested and coming to your page. So I know we want to keep this at around 30 minutes. So Janie, share us some tips for you. If you guys have any questions or anything you want us to touch on, please drop it in the chat and we'll try to hit on them too. Where is Janie? Are you able to unmute?
Yes, sorry. Hey guys. So my name's Janie Smith. You might have seen me before. I am Tracy's daughter. But I wanted to touch on the consistency thing because it is so important. So consistency with follow-ups is really key. I know when I first started, and I know a lot of people are too, if they follow up once and maybe they get ghosted or if someone doesn't respond, that's it for them and they are scared to reach out. But you have to keep following up. So for example, unless someone specifically comes to your inbox and says they want the product, then unless they do that, then those potential customers are not 100% committed. So even if they commented on your post, your product post of your coffee or your gummies, even if they commented and said that they were interested or want info, they still aren't quite sold yet. So with that being said, maybe you reached out to them with the info and the price and they never answer you. Well, now they probably just changed their mind a little bit and they don't know if they want it yet. So they're going to ghost you. They're not going to say no. They just aren't quite sold yet. You haven't sold them. So So now they're a potential follow-up, right? So, but here's the thing is everyone has different days. And as with following up, or even when you gave them the info, you don't know what's happening on that day. Maybe they just paid a huge bill and they don't have that money, so they don't want to say no. Or maybe they're, they're not too upset with where their weight's at. So they're like, well, I don't really need to lose the weight. But you follow up with them on Wednesday or Friday. Um, sorry, I don't have the chat up, but you follow up with them on Wednesday, say, and maybe they got a little bit of extra cash. It's tax season. You never know. It doesn't have to be a Friday. It could be any day. Maybe they're going bathing suit shopping and trying to plan that, or plan to go to the beach, and they have this kind of fresh thought of, man, I do kind of want to fit in that bathing suit. And then here comes your follow-up message and says, hey girl, I was just reaching out to you. Let's get you started on those gummies. Now they're ready. But some days, you never know what they're going through. Maybe they haven't gotten that big check yet, or don't have that extra cash. So just keep following up. Unless you get a no or an I'm not interested, keep following up every week. Just keep going, and they will end up either saying no, which is okay, or they'll come back and say, I'm ready. So just be consistent with those follow-ups too. And then I also wanted to touch on host to post a little bit, because so I feel like people change their mind all the time. I am so awful about it. I know you all are too, so don't be lying. But it's so important to know that people change their mind, because for like with host to post, I don't know if you guys still do this, and I didn't know even to do it like this, but before, if someone commented on my giveaway post, I was going and messaging them and saying, hey, seen your comment, yada, yada, yada. Would you like to post for me for an entry? And I'd ask them first and wait for a response. Sometimes I'd get ghosted there, or sometimes they'd say, sure, yeah. And then I would send them the post, and now they're ghosting me now. And I would get just a huge decrease in haps. So now what I'm doing, so now if you think about it, I gave them the opportunity and the time to change their mind to post for me. When they commented on your giveaway post, they wanted to be entered. They wanted to win either the money or the Disney trip or whatever. So it's not a no, it's, they wanted to. So now what I do is when I go and message them, I'm saying, hey, seen your comment, yada, yada, yada. If not, no biggie, but here's the post. And then once you post it, I'll get you entered. And then I send the post right after it. I don't even give them a chance to, say no, really, unless they just ghost me, which they do that, but that's okay. And I'll put my exact response in the comments in just a few. But so I've gotten more haps by doing that, just giving the post ahead of time, because now they are getting what they need. They're getting less time to change their mind about doing it. And yeah, I've just gotten so many more haps by doing that. So I will put that in the comments. Go ahead.
Let me say something on that one real quick, because Tay shared this tip, and as I was listening to it again last week, from last week, was I think Melanie's on here. Melanie, or somebody has that link from Tay's Zoom from last week. You can throw it in the chat. But Tay did a really good idea on that hap thing. So like Janie said, maybe it was just that day. So a lot of times I'll send a follow-up message. Hey, I'm putting entries in. Do you want an entry? But I used to do the exact same thing Janie did, is I sent them the post right with my message. Here's the post. And I sent it separately. So because a lot of people will be like, oh man, I don't want to say yes. I don't know what she's going to have me post. Is it going to be something for like some pure romance thing I don't want to put on my wall? And so then they're like, oh, I just not even answer her. So a lot of times I used to do that for the longest time, to send the post right with it and then move on. And either they posted it or they didn't. So that is a real good idea. But Tay had another idea, was if they say no or whatever, maybe they just don't want to share something to their wall, then go back to them and say, hey, I get it, no problem. How about for an entry, I'll give you an entry if you want to share this reel to your story, and just tag me in it and have them share one of your product reels or something to their story. A lot of people will do that. So that's another option. And I thought that was a great idea. I never thought about that because I get a lot of people, they don't want to put it on their wall. Um, so I wanted to just add that in with what Janie was saying. There are other ways to get the hats.
Yeah, I heard that last week too, and I haven't done it yet, but I am excited to implement that. Um, but and then also I wanted to touch on as far as like planning content, because if you know me, I am a mom of two and they are young, and it is hard to get anything done for myself. But I know a lot of people, either with kids or not, some people are in situations where they feel like they don't have the time to really put into this. So I wanted to touch on this too. For coming from someone who feels like they don't have time either, I make the time. And what I do, I like to plan my content ahead. And so whether you're familiar with boards or not, the app, there you can actually make your own board. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but you can make your own board. It can just be for you. It doesn't have to be shared. But we get so many invites to all these boards, and so what I like to do is kind of take a little from each one and put what I like best. So if there's a response from one that fits me better, I'm going to save that. But anyway, so with that, as far as planning my content, I like to do it on my weekends to plan for my week. But because I try to follow some people like their posts. So Tracey or Taylor, I like to follow them because they have really good post ideas. And say I already posted my coffee product post today, but Taylor had a really good one about gummies, but I'm like, well, I don't want to go double product today. I'm going to save that post, put it in my own personal boards and say, I'll save this for maybe tomorrow or next week. And then after doing that, you can spend 30 minutes stalking all your favorite people's posts, save a bunch. And now, next Monday, when you have so much to do and your to-do list is so long, you're like, man, I can't think of a good post. Go pull one out of there. You have no excuses. It's all right there. So that's what I do.
That is such a freaking bomb idea, guys. Because I know everybody's you can find 30 minutes or even 10 minutes. Like I'm always on the go, but sometimes I'm gonna sit down and eat lunch. I'm going to I'll be on my phone and I will scroll and I will see top leaders that are hitting those bonuses and stuff like that. Every time I see somebody shout it out in Road to VIP or VIP, I am going to that person's wall. I want to know what they're posting, and then I'm saving it to a collection of people to follow on my Facebook. I have a collection just like you have your hat collection. You have that people to follow. And I always just saved them there, and then I would easily be able to get back to their wall and check it maybe next week what they've been posting. It's like stalking their wall. I'm not going to use their identical post, but I can quickly go to their wall and find something and grab it and change it a little bit and put it on my wall. But Janie's idea, which I never thought about when she said that, she said, I just spend an hour on Sunday, Mom, and I go stalk everybody's wall. I'll scroll back for like a week on each one of them, and I'll grab some posts that I like I'm like, oh man, I really like that. And she'll go throw it into a board and like separate them in folders for coffee, whatever, lifestyle, biz ops, and saves them over there. Eventually, you're going to have 30 days worth of content, and you could get 30 days worth of content in 30 minutes of stalking people's pages. Make your own board and save some posts. That was an awesome idea. I mean, that's genius. Of course, she's my daughter. She's smart. But I didn't even think about that. I'm making my own board as I see them. Mine was just filling this collection. So do that. Don't go find some leaders that you have something in common with that you relate to. Or like a mom with kids. I would be following Janie. I'd be following Amanda Rochelle. I'd be following anybody that had kids. That's who I would be following. If I was in my 40s and 50s, I'd be following me. I'd be following Carolyn Bledsoe. You go find those leaders that when you hear them being shouted out, when you see them talking on these Zooms, like I'll go to YouTube and pull up Zooms off of Cheyenne Knox or Jocelyn Yates, go pull up some of hers. And then I'll see their guest speakers. I'm like, who is that? Joel and Stephanie Dunn. Go every Monday night. They do one. Go see who they're having on there. Go stalk their wall. That's how you find them, and go get post ideas. That is just gold. That was gold.
I just want to add that
What
real
other?
fast. You can do the same thing with stories too. So if you're the Gold Digger Influence page, if you just hold your finger down, you can actually screenshot it, and anyone else's too. You can save a bunch of stories, because I know a lot of people struggle with those too.
Yeah, stories are so important, guys, because that's where I do get. That's where, if you want to say spammy, that is where I am bombarding it. Like, you will never see my stories not running. You can go to it and you'll be like, geez, she's got like 50 million stories up. Yeah, they're always going to be running. My stories will never not be running. I'm always throwing product biz op stories on there. You can get those from Taylor's Gold Digger Influence. You can get those in our Gold Diggers page. We share them in our daily guides in the comments. We'll share some there. There's a boards, story boards. I don't have my phone connected to the Zoom, so if anybody's got it, they want to share it in the link. There's stories there. Always be grabbing these boards. Mindy Post is on every freaking Zoom. She's got every board that has ever been created in the world of It Works. I guarantee it. I had to go to her the other day and ask her, hey, you got those before and after ones? So we've got boards for everything. So make sure you are getting with your upline and asking them, hey, do you got a board for the stories, or do you got a board for? There's a board for everything. But keep your stories running and put polls on them. Put your links on there. Put interacting, and then be sure to be putting, like when I put a lifestyle post up, I guarantee you I'm going to Mojo, putting that same picture on there and using the writing, and I'm making it into a story that's going on my story site. That's how easy it is. You can totally incorporate it. Janie, did you have anything else to add to that? I'm gonna look for these questions real quick.
Nope.
The other thing, I will tell you guys, go do reels. Do reels. Honestly, I had 2,000 followers on reels, and I had just one or two, like, I don't get that many views on those. But then out of the blue, one took off, and I'm to 80,000 followers. And I was like, what happened? These, like, my videos are not anything special at all. So don't go follow me, but go follow Janie's, go follow Taylor's, but copy some of their ideas and throw something up on those reels. It will bring you followers. So we can have 5,000 friends on our Facebook, that we can have numerous followers, and go to your message. So here's another tip for you. You've been in this business for a while. If you go to message requests in your messenger, I always forgot about this, and you would always see a message request. Somebody's not your friend, but right next to it, it says spam. One day I thought, I wonder if I got any spam in there, and I clicked on it. There's 100 messages in there from people that were messaging me from my reels that I didn't know. I had no clue they were there. They were like 3 weeks old. I had to go back and apologize to them, and try to bring them back. So be checking that. Like, you never know. Always be checking that. Throw those reels up. You don't know who's going to be watching. Then the last thing, somebody asked a question about new DTs. I think Amber's got a new DT on here, and we want to welcome you, because you are on the best team ever. The best team ever. You've got the biggest support system here. We have got so many resources for you guys. The only way that you can fail in this business is just not show up. So this is what I wanted to end it with anyway. First, take up all fears off the table and just jump in. Nobody's paying your bills. Nobody's going to get you that retirement. Nobody's going to do that. Only you. You only have one task a day, and that's to get up and show up. Whether it be you spent 5 minutes on your business, or you spent 30 minutes, or you spent an hour. Maybe you can only spend 5 minutes in the morning, maybe only 15 in the afternoon, maybe you'll get 20 in the evening, but you showed up and did something. That is probably, so I want you to drop in the chat before we get off here. Drop in the chat, what level of this business do you think is the hardest to reach? What level? We've got Ruby, we've got Emerald, Diamond, Double, Triple, Presidential Ambassador. What one do you think is the hardest one to reach? I just want to see where everybody's struggling at. Where do you feel like you're struggling at? Diamond's got a $10,000 bonus, by the way, when you hit that. So Diamond, Ambassador. Diamond does feel like that, don't it? But I'm going to tell you guys right now, you want to know what the hardest one is to hit? Is really distributor Ruby. That is the hardest, Amber said. That is the hardest. The reason it's the hardest is because most people give up, or they don't even start. They don't even start. That is the hardest level to hit. Really, is just being a distributor, because they don't even start, or they only give it 30 days. What you're doing today is going to bring in business in 3 months. It's just like planting a garden. You put the seeds in the ground today. You're not going to go out there tomorrow and see green beans. You're not. You're going to keep watering. You're going to keep tilling that ground. You're going to keep going back out there. You're going to keep taking care of it. And then it's going to grow. Ambassador, everybody usually thinks presidential and ambassador is the hardest to hit in this business. Actually, that's the easiest, because all that an ambassador is a Ruby that showed up and stayed consistent every day. They never gave up. That's all an ambassador is she just showed up every day. Ambassador is easy to hit. Ruby is probably the hardest, because you've got to get through the first couple months of learning the business. So when you start a job, I know when I started as a nurse, I had to do 3 years of college. That wasn't easy. I failed a lot of stuff. I had to keep taking classes. I had to keep going back. Then I had to test out. And then I was finally a nurse. And then I was like still making mistakes. And now I'm a brand new nurse. Still had to learn. I still had continuing education. I still had uniforms to buy. It was just ongoing. Same way with this business. You're going to start, you're going to show up, you're going to learn, you're going to continue to learn, and you're going to continue to grow, and you're just going to keep getting bigger and stronger and growing. Your market's going to grow as long as you're doing the things. But if you're not doing the things, it's not going to change. I had somebody say, I'm not going to post because nobody's liking or commenting on my post. Okay. So you're posting and nobody's liking or commenting. Are you doing all the other tasks? Because you can't do one thing, you got to do all the things, even if it's a little bit of each. You got to do all of them, or not post. I think you're just going to be in the same place you were if you just don't post. So what are you doing here? What are you doing here? I'll be honest with you guys. What are you doing here? Don't do that to yourself. You're here for a reason, and you can do this business. If I can do this business in my 50s, and freaking retire from nursing, you can do this business. All you young ladies on here are sitting on a gold mine, If you just give it a chance, give it your best, put some effort into it, use the resources that we have, stay talking to your upline, and you will make it. You will make it. Stay close to your team, stay close to your upline. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask. You're never bothering anybody. If you don't ask, we don't know what you need help with. So those things, you will be successful. So that is my advice for any new distributor. Just don't give up. Don't give up. The hardest part of this business is really your first 30, 60 days. That's the hardest part of this business. If I can get somebody past the first 30 to 60 days, they're gold and they're making money. Jessica Taft on here freaking hit $750 in her first 3 weeks of this business because she jumped in and just went for it. I have other distributors did the same thing. I have other ones that they got their 150 bonus and they walk. Don't do that. There's more money to be made. These bonuses right now, and I won't keep you after this. These bonuses right now, you guys are gold. Are gold. That is like easy money. Easy money. That's a $50 here, $100 here, $350 here. Those are weekly. I haven't touched my commission check in 2 months. I haven't touched it. I haven't needed to. I'm living out these weekly bonuses. I have an electric bill coming up. My goal this week is to pay it with my bonuses. That's what I do. Set out small goals and go for them, and you'll get them. But they're not going to just fall in your lap. You have to show up. You have to want to learn and step out of your comfort zone and just do the things. For spring decor and bills, there you go. So let me just make sure we didn't have any other questions in here. Oh, Katrina, Amber, is that your new TT? I thought that was Mike, Katrina talking. Thought she was being silly. Like, hi, I'm Katrina. I'm a distributor. My Katrina Stoller. So anyway, you guys don't give up. Go after there's so much money on the table right now. There's so much money to be had. And I can tell you right now, be loud about it. Man, do a post of your hand on that gas pump. That post is gold right now. But you don't even have to be in the picture. I don't care if it's somebody else's hand. Get a picture of a hand. Go on Pinterest and Google it. Find a picture of somebody's hand on a gas pump and put a post up and say, this weekly bonus or this side business that I started is going to cover my gas right now, because everybody needs a side business right now just to pay for the gas to get to their regular job. Right? Am I wrong? All right, go talk about it. Be loud and ask. Don't be afraid to ask. You don't know what situation they're in if you're not posting and talking about it. So Amber, I will see you on that trip. Then I'll see you in the contact. So, all right, you guys. I love you guys. I hope this was helpful. I know it was kind of all over the place, but Taylor kind of left me hanging by sharing every gold bomb tip last week. And then here I am going, Aaron, what am I supposed to share? So I hope this helped you guys. Go watch Taylor's link from last week as well for some more ideas. And just go for it. You all got this. Look at it this month. It's the 15th. Don't look at it and go, oh my God, it's the 15th. The month's halfway over. Go, hey, it's only the 15th. We got the rest of the month. That's when the first half of my month is usually crappy. It's the second half of my month where it just pours. So right now is when it's happening. So let's go do it. Let's go get some bonuses. Next Tuesday, I want to see in the chat people dropping. I hit my bonuses, and I want to see them on your posts on your wall. All right, you guys. Janie, anything else? Nope. All right. Love you guys. Have a great rest of the week, and we will see you next week.